everyone, today is my Pretty as a Pumpkin makeup tutorial, and my nose is kind of snuffly. I hope I'm not getting sick, but this is October and I felt like what better time to do a pumpkin inspired tutorial. Just because you guys know I love pumpkins and I love October and I just love this entire season and it makes me so happy and everything smells good and I smell good because I put perfume on and it smells like pumpkins all day. So I was very inspired by pumpkins. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. But this kind of incorporates a lot of oranges, a couple of different browns, different yellow colors, even some greens, and kind of tan colors for the stem and the dirt and the leaves. All sorts of fun and inspiring things. So I will show you guys how to do this tutorial. Again, like always, I will post photos. Maybe they're at the beginning, I don't know. Maybe I'll post one here. And I'll definitely post them at the end, but if you guys keep on watching this, you guys can see how to do this. It is perfect for October, even perfect for November or other times of the year, but especially October, and I will show you guys how. Also, I wasn't wearing this during the video. This is going to be my outfit of the day today, so if you guys want to see that, I'll probably link it and get somewhere around here. But yes, that will be my outfit of the day if you guys care, and if not, then just feel free to watch this and enjoy the tutorial. So first things we did was pull back our hair, and next we're going to go with primer. I'm using Prime Time by Bare Essentials. So I'm going to apply that to my eyes, from my lids all the way up to my brows. Next I'm going to start on my lid, and for this pretty pumpkin look, I'm using my favorite for fall, which is, well, not fall, but for Halloweeny Orange October, which is MAC's Fab and Flashy. And this is what the color is like. Super, super cute. There's like outrageous orange. Oh, gosh, I don't know what it is. I could go downstairs and get it. It's this really, really bright one. But because this is a pretty look, this is the one I'm going to be using. So it's still a bright orange, but it is muted. So I'm using just a 214 to apply this to my brush. And I'm going to apply this to my entire lid. This is such a pretty pumpkin color. I didn't know I wasn't recording. See, that's why I need to look at the mirror sometimes, because it's like I need to see if I'm even in the frame and then see if I'm focused and then also see if I'm like, you know, recording or not, because it has a record button when it's on. I'm so sorry, you guys. I took Scrumptious Olive by MAC, which is this really nice green color, and I took it on a 219 and I placed this right here in my crease. See, I have to look and see my crease. I put it right here in my crease and just swept it over in windshield wiper motions. And I concentrated it most out here and then kind of demurred it out towards the middle. So that's going to be our crease color. And again, this is Scrumptious Olive, which is this just really nice green that kind of exemplifies, like, I don't know, the leaves and stuff like that for me. Like the leaves of a pumpkin. I don't know. Next, I'm using Straw Harvest by MAC, and this is again kind of an orange, but it's not as bright of an orange, it's just kind of a little demurred orange. And we're going to be using, this is the one, this is Straw Harvest, we're going to be using this on a 222 blender, a little fluffy brush, and I'm going to, mine is dirty, and we're going to apply this on top of the Scrumptious Olive, so that way it gives us kind of a settled out look, and we're going to apply this almost all the way up to our crease. This is going to just really blend out this green color, but also give us a really nice shine on our entire lid. Now what I'm taking on a 219, oopsies, I just stabbed myself. Now I'm taking on a 219 Brown Down by MAC, and this is a very, very matte brown look. If you guys have corduroy is just a little bit redder, it's almost always the same. So I'm going to tap off any excess, and we are going to apply this just to our outer crease. This is going to come right up here. Kind of like a cut crease. We want to do the crease a little bit high, but it's just going to be in this one little corner, just like that. And then we can wing it down and do circles right here at the very, very edge. We're going to do circles at the edge. You can bring that right down to connect, kind of like in a mini V. That color makes like a really good dirt and stem. Next I'm going to use this, and this is called the Highbrow from Benefit, and what this is, it's almost like a pencil highlight. So I'm going to be using this. I actually like this for when I'm like on the go and I have to run out the door. I've done it a couple times where I just sweep it on, it looks really good. So I'm actually going to use this. You want to make sure it's sharp, and you guys can also just use a regular highlight here. But I'm just going to apply this to the very, very tip of my brow, kind of where the arch is, to give us a nice what do you call that? A nice peak of our brow, a nice, you know, high brow bone, highlight color. And then we can smear this down just a little bit and go right underneath your brow. And I'm just going to blend that out with my fingers. It's this really nice pinkish pearly color. So you want to go over your entire highlight and blend it out with your fingers. Now that we've properly blended that out, I'm using Dreammaker by MAC, which is this kind of yellowish, pumpkin-y, fall-y, October-y color. And I'm using it on a Sigma 239. I'm going to apply this Dreammaker right to my lower crease, and what this means is that you guys see how I'm applying it to my entire crease but not that little high point. That's my lower crease, so it's basically everywhere that I first place this base color, only not in that very, very high arch, because we're going to save that. In this very top pinnacle, I'm applying Crystal Avalanche, and again I'm just taking that on the very, very tip. I took the side first, now I'm taking it on the tip, and I'm just going to push that up here into that pinnacle. Once I push that up in there, I'm going to blend. Just kind of sweep over this entire area. Once you have, we're going to go right back in with our original orange color to finish off the look. I'm going back in with Fab and Flashy, and what this is going to do is just apply to kind of the outer corner crease, and it's really going to give this whole look a little bit more orange and really just finish everything off. So the way I'm going to do this is on a fluffy blending brush, I'm applying it just to the edge, and I'm going to go over this outer corner, kind of up by where the highlight is. And that's just going to give us this really nice pop of orange without doing anything else to the look. So that way we have these layers and dimensions of different color, like the Straw Harvest and the Dreammaker and all this stuff. And they all just come together really, really nicely. Next, you guys can use what you prefer to fill in and shape your brows. Next, we're going to do liner and mascara, and for liner I'm going to be using both brown and green, and how this is going to work is that I'm going to do brown on the top and green on the bottom. And normally I would do this on camera, but you guys have been telling me that it's really, really annoying when I look anywhere other than at you guys, and I'm really sorry about that. So I'm actually going to do this off camera so that way I'm not looking anywhere else, because when I do my liner, sorry, I'm looking over there to show you, when I do my liner I have to do it where I'm not, like, I'm looking in the mirror and like not at what I'm doing, otherwise I'll stab myself. So that's how I do it. So that's what I'm going to do off camera so that it doesn't bother you guys. But I'm going to do brown on my upper wet line and a little bit on my top lash. I'm sorry, my top lid. And then I'm going to do a little bit of green right here at the very bottom. So what I did is use a Drugstore Prestige Leaf. I was going to use Makeup Forever, then I was like, nah. This is like the perfect color. I used that down here, and I kind of connected the tops and the bottoms. And then on top, I used Bobbi Brown's Walnut here on my inner wet line. Then I used Victoria's Secret in brown on the top. Then I used a Sigma blender to blend that out. Now we're going to apply mascara, and of course I have to do mascara like looking in different directions. And I'm going to be doing brown just because it kind of stays with the same color scheme, just like these, the browns and the leaves and the dirt and the stem. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put this on right here at the insides, and then I'm actually going to use, where to go? Maybelline Falsies on the very, very outer lashes. So that's going to give us brown on the inside that's really demure, and then on the outside we're going to have these big black flared lashes. So yeah, that is the Pretty as a Pumpkin makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. We have the pumpkin going on, we have the dirt, we have the stem. And I tried to do my lashes, like I said, I flared them out at the ends and kind of demure in the middle, and I tried to do them kind of those earth tone colors. And I actually kind of spider lashed them, not extreme spider lash, but a little bit of spider lash, just so that way they kind of resemble the stem on a pumpkin. So I love October, I love Halloween, I love November and pumpkin pies and things like that too. But this is my Pretty as a Pumpkin October inspired tutorial. I'll post photos right here at the end, and I really hope that you guys liked this. So thumbs up it if you liked it, thumbs down it if you just thought, ew, pumpkins are gross and I don't like your look. Yeah, tell me what you guys think, and I'll take your feedback, and I'll talk to all of you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.